try to look into a more realistic, more practical thing. Okay, it's all that till now we discussed all about theory portions. Now, imagine that you are the head of HR for, let's see, we'll discuss two companies, and imagine that you are the head of these two companies at two different point of time. Okay, the first one being State Bank of India. Okay, it is the largest bank in India with an employee count of around 2.2 lakh. That is the employee strength, yes. And they have got around 13,000 branches. Wherever you go, you will find a Maruti car, and wherever you go, you will find a State Bank of India branch also. So it's a kind of breadth there they have got. That's the kind of penetration that they have got into Indian markets, and be it rural areas, be it suburban areas, be it urban areas, all these areas State Bank of India is present. A huge employee strength, 2.2 lakh employees are present in State Bank of India, and that's one company that we are trying to discuss. And you have got another company which is a foreign bank with an Indian subsidiary. It's called HSBC. There they have got several divisions in India, and if you count all of them, it will come to around 30,000 employees. So imagine that we are trying to create a roadmap for the future, and you are planning for the next 5 years for these two companies. What will you do? And what are your priorities? If you are going to do the HR planning for these companies, what all things will you take into consideration? So that is the thing that you have got in your mind. If it is possible, you can work on this and create your own answers. But right now, what we'll try and see is what we would, what kind of an effort we'll do, will take, I mean, in identifying the needs of this particular companies. Okay. So with respect to State Bank of India, you can see that this company is already a huge organization, and there are 2.2 lakh employees who are on board with the company. So what could possibly be good for the organization? If I am the HR manager, what is the kind of orientation that I would give to these employees, so that my profitability, the company's profitability is increasing? If you have read about State Bank of India, you would have already read that the bank is already under a heavy strain of NPAs, non-performing assets. Okay, so you might have also read that State Bank of India, it does not rank very high when it comes to profit per employee or revenue per employee. That's a criteria which is used to measure the performance of banks in India worldwide. So even though there are 2.2 lakh employees, the profit per employee is not that high when you compare that with a HDFC bank or an ICICI bank. There they are able to produce more profits with lesser number of people. So if you analyze this particular bank for some time, then you will find that okay, there's a lot of scope in that. Since I've got 2.2 lakh employees with me right now, even if I improve my per employee productivity or profitability by a small margin, then the cumulative effect on the entire, the top line and bottom line will be huge. That is the revenue and profit. That effect will be huge. So my plan or my human resources plan will be basically to look at improving the quality of work life, improving the productivity of these employees, so that these employees give me more revenue and profit. That is the first thing. Here I'll not be looking at I'll also look at, there are reports saying that there is a huge number of people who are going to retire from the state-owned banks. If I know that there are say 7,000 or 8,000 employees who are going to retire in the next year, I immediately kind of understand that, I get to know that, that I need to recruit 7,000 or 8,000 or more number of people for these branches. And I should also be aware that majority of my business comes from the rural area, and hence I should recruit more people from the rural area or suburban area, so that these people are able to connect with customers in a better way. So if I am creating a plan for State Bank of India, it will look into these things, like how many people are going to retire in the next 5 years. What is my plan overall? Is it to increase my profit or is it to increase my revenue? Both are entirely different. I can operate by increasing my revenue and still my profit need not go up. Or I can still continue to keep on maintaining the top line and I can work on increasing the profits. Here, I need a different strategy. If I need more profits, then I have to allocate some of these employees into curbing or cutting down NPAs. More people should be working on reducing the NPA levels or non-performing assets levels in SBI, so that this money is recovered and you get more profit. That's one way of looking at it. You can also increase the productivity of people by giving these people more training sessions and improving the soft skills of these people, improving the sales skill of these people, because these people are basically officers and clerks, majority of them, and these people would not have got a pure hardcore training session in sales. If I am giving them a sales session to them, maybe they can sell these products in a better manner, in a better fashion to the customers. That's one way. Then what else? I can look at providing more technology based training, so that these people are able to handle more requests, because State Bank of India branch, basically if you look at, it is a heavily crowded branch. How can I make my customers wait lesser? If I am taking 10 minutes to print a DD, how can my employees be trained so that the employee is able to take a DD within 8 minutes or 7 minutes or 5 minutes? So that's how I increase my productivity. So here my objective may not be, I'm saying may not be to increase employee count, but to increase the productivity of the existing employees. And in such cases where where a huge number of people are retiring, then maybe I look at increasing the employee count. There also, since people are getting retired, the overall employee count need not increase. And I'll be recruiting more of clerks and probationary officers in this particular case. And since I know that these people are coming in, and around 7,000, 8,000 people are coming in as probationary officers, the organization is very clear what kind of training program should be given to these people. So here, if you see, you are looking at increasing the productivity of people, increasing the profitability per employee of these people, increasing customer friendliness, having a sales orientation, curbing NPA. All this becomes primary objectives. So I can ensure my HR plans are in place in this particular case. I can create a 5-year plan. It will be better if you can write down what you think would be an ideal plan for SBI for the next 5 years. Then we'll take a totally different organization. It is called HSBC. It's a famous, world famous bank with functioning in India as a subsidiary, HSBC India. Here, the customer, the entire organization is entirely different. If you go to a State Bank of India, you will find at least 100 people in a branch, whereas when you go to a HSBC branch, you will find that there are hardly 2 or 3 customers in the entire branch, or 5 to 10 maximum. It is never crowded, so to say, in most places. and people are having more of a formal attire. They are wearing a necktie, some people are wearing a blazer, and there is a customer lounge in that, and there's the fresh fragrance in the lobby and all that. So the kind of ambience itself is again highly different. HSBC, they recruit people who can handle wealth management queries from their customers, because their average customer is by default a HNI, a high net worth individual, and most of these rich people, they want customized solutions for them. It is not like a State Bank of India, wherein most customers are having a plain vanilla savings bank account, or they might be having a RD, or they'll be having a fixed deposit with them. But here they want they have higher needs. They want a wealth management plan. They want a relationship manager who can take care of all their financial requirements. So it's a more of a complete financial management relationship that they have got in HSBC. So people who would be, more people would, it will be more of youngsters. Here the average age could be higher. Here the average age could be lower. And you'll find that youngsters are working, more youngsters and more working in HSBC branches, and these people are equipped with they are certified financial planners. Some have got AMFI certification, some have got some other financial education certification and all that. So that is the kind of customer and employee profile that you have got in HSBC. So what could be their growth plan for the next 5 years?